loves, welcome back to my kitchen where all the magic happens. So tonight we've got some friends coming around for dinner, so I thought why not go ahead and film one of the dishes that I'll be making, which is mac and cheese. I'm making this one a bit differently, so I'm going to put shrimp in it, or king prawns actually, because my husband loves king prawns, so I thought why not add that into it, just, you know, spice it up a bit. So that is optional. You do not have to add the king prawns if you do not want to, but this is my king prawn mac and cheese recipe. But again, you can do it the same exact way without adding the prawns to it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna film it just before our friends come around for dinner. So and I will list all the ingredients that you need and hopefully make it as simple as possible to follow. I hope you enjoy the recipe. Let me know if you try it and how it goes. I hope you enjoy and keep watching. Bye. So first, for the ingredients, we're going to use some Old Bay. I normally get these from the States, but you can get it off Amazon. If you don't have Old Bay, you can use all-purpose. Some sea salt, 3 cheeses, cheddar, mozzarella and red Leicester, 1 litre of single cream, so you can just buy 2 of those, 500 grams of macaroni or your preferred pasta, deveined and washed raw king prawns, garlic, half a red onion, salted or unsalted butter, doesn't really matter to be honest, some black pepper and paprika. So first I'm going to start off by mincing about 2 cloves of garlic onto my king prawns. And then I'm going to put on some paprika and some Old Bay seasoning. Again, if you do not have Old Bay, I believe you can use all-purpose. Old Bay is just really good. I like to get it whenever I go to America. This time I sent my sister to get it for me. So it's just really good to season your meats and your fish, basically your poultry, etc. with it. Just a quick disclaimer, I don't do all this tablespoon of teaspoon of this or rishi. I'm African. We use our tongues. You do taste the test. Taste goes to your preference. You thank God that you can add and go as you go along. So really, I won't lie to you and say I'm using an ounce of this and 2 milliscues of that. Yeah, so I think all this measurement stuff is really for baking, to be honest, and I'm not really a baker. I like to cook. So yeah, cooking to me is you taste and go, you know, as you go along. None of this teaspoon of that rubbish, please, I beg. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just mixing that all in until it's all kind of coated in it. Then I'm just going to put it in the fridge until I need to use it. So on to our macaroni. So what I've done is I've brought the water to a boil. And I'm just going to pour the entire contents of the 500 grams macaroni, and I'm only going to boil it until it's al dente, because you don't want it to be completely cooked through, because it's going to finish cooking in the oven and you don't really want it to be really soggy if you overcook it on the stove. And then I'm just going to put in some olive oil just so it doesn't stick together and everything. Now onto our cheese sauce, my favourite part. I'm just going to melt half a stick of that butter into my pot and just let that melt completely through. Now that that's melted through, I'm just going to add my minced garlic. I absolutely love garlic. If I could use 20 bulbs of garlic, I would. But I didn't for this. I just used about 7, but you can use more or less depending on how much garlic you want. But I do think that a lot of garlic does make an absolute difference to your mac and cheese. So put as much as you could tolerate, I'd say. I put about 7, I think 7 bulbs of garlic in this mince. Maybe 6, but yeah. And then I add in my half chopped onion and just let that fry together with the garlic for about a minute or 2, just to get those flavours going and my kitchen smelling so peng. Oh my gosh. And then I'm just going to add 4 teaspoons of flour bit by bit, mixing it between each spoon just so that it doesn't get like sticky too quickly. I still want it to be smooth. This is just going to help in thickening the cheese sauce to just create a nice smooth roux, so I'm just going to do that. going to add in the single cream and just stir that all in together. I'm also going to season with some paprika, some black pepper and salt. Again, this is where you use your finger and your tongue, honey. Taste and go. As you can see, the cheese sauce is starting to thicken now, so I'm just gonna add in my 3 cheeses to the sauce. That stretch is a bit of a sticky one still. So off camera I transferred my macaroni into the pot and just mixed it all together, made sure that it's all totally covered, getting those holes and everything. And I'm just gonna add some more paprika because I love some paprika. And just mix that all in nicely. Again, you can add whatever seasonings you like at this point, but if you follow mine, boo boo, you will not be disappointed. So I have greased my baking dish with some butter around the sides and the base, and we're just going to transfer the macaroni bit by bit and start to layer it with the prawns and the cheese. Now I'm just going to add my king prawns. I did cut it into bits into pieces so that, you know, it can be better spread. And yes, it is uncooked, you won't die. It's going to cook inside of the oven. Seafood takes really quickly to cook, and I didn't want to pre-cook it first and then it's overcooked and like not nice and juicy. So yeah, don't worry, you won't die, sweetheart. It's going to cook inside of the oven, okay? And before I add more of my macaroni, I'm just going to add this layer with the 3 cheeses, and just so that it's really extra cheesy. Mac and cheese can never be too cheesy, so we're going to add some more cheese. And now I'm just going to layer it with the macaroni. And then I'm going to add some more of the uncooked prawns, just so that it's well saturated, you know, within the dish, because, you know, there's annoying people that will just be unpacking all of the prawn, all of the meat. You know, we want to do it well saturated everywhere so everybody gets a piece. Get me? Again, I'm just topping it off with my 3 cheeses. And a quick tip, it's better to buy the block cheese and grate, because the cheese that's already grated has some agents that prevent it from sticking together. I didn't actually use it for the video because I didn't have time, but normally I would grate cheese, so I recommend buying the block cheese. So before I pop it in the oven, I just garnished it with some parsley, and then I'm just going to put it in the oven to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes on medium heat, because you don't want it to overcook and get burnt at the top and then it's not cooked through at the bottom. So yeah, our mac and cheese is done. I left mine to cook for about 25 minutes and it is all done. Oh my gosh, wait till you taste it, honey. Look at what the inside looks like. Look how creamy that is. Like, not all this rishi block mac and cheese that won't even break when you're cutting it. But look at that, babes. So voila, all done. What I love about mac and cheese is you can eat it on its own as a meal or as a side. I cooked mine for dinner with some oxtail and white rice and plantain, and it went down so nicely. Let me know how you find the recipe and if you enjoy it. I hope to be sharing some more recipes with you soon. And yeah, love you guys. Take care. Bye.